6 months before your arrival in Beaches Turks and Caicos, the first thing you need to start thinking about is your passport situation. If you already have a passport, you will need to make sure that it's going to be valid when you get there. If your passport is going to expire within 3 months after you get there, Turks and Caicos will not accept your passport. I have seen that number be as much as 6 months from when you get there, so don't risk it. If your passport is going to expire within 6 months from when you are there, then get it renewed. Now, if you don't have a passport, it would be wise to apply at least 6 months before you travel to make sure you have it before your trip. It is important to know the State Department is currently advising that it will take 3 to almost 5 months for you to get your passport processed and sent to you. For a fee of $60 a passport, you can get expedited service if you need to get things moving more quickly. I will put a link in the description for these passport situations. Before I go into the next planning tip, stick around to the end of the video where I will reveal a planning tip that most first-time travelers should do, but don't do. The second planning tip. Make sure you stay updated with the Turks and Caicos travel requirements. As you know, these things can change in a hurry, so make sure you are checking in with these requirements often. The current requirements state visitors will no longer be required to do things like wear masks, provide a negative COVID test, apply for travel authorization, or even complete a health screening questionnaire. However, all visitors 18 and over must be fully vaccinated at least 14 days before arrival. But like I said, these things can change quickly, so I will provide a link in the description where you can stay on top of these requirements. The third planning tip. Download the Sandals and Beaches Resorts app. It may ask you to become a rewards member, but it's free and it's definitely worth your time. With this app, you can manage your upcoming trip, view your booking information, book vacation extras, and even check in before your arrival. Once you are at the resort, you can use it to make dining reservations, view the resort map, check local weather, manage butler preferences. But personally, I love the countdown feature. When you are having a rough day, you can open your app and see how many more days you have left before your vacation. Now, as you get closer to your trip, let's say 2 or 3 months, the fourth planning tip. Start researching and booking your resort extras and excursions. Also start looking at restaurants so that you can start planning how you want to go to those. There are lots of restaurants. Some are open from morning until night. Some are only open for dinner. The only restaurant that you will need a reservation is Kimonos, which is a Japanese style restaurant. You will want to make that reservation as soon as possible when you get to the resort. The Beaches app that you downloaded will help you become more comfortable with these options. Now for excursions, I put a link in the description for different excursions you might be interested in, but it's a good idea to start looking at those ahead of time. Just remember, reservations for dining can only be made once you arrive at the resort, and the only one is for kimonos. However, reservations for excursions and all the extras at the resort like spa treatments, private candlelight dinners, scuba courses, tours, those can be made online ahead of time. Once you get about 1 week before your vacation, the fifth planning tip. Contact your cell phone carrier if you want to add an international plan so you don't get stuck with expensive roaming charges. Contact the post office to hold your mail. Make a packing list. Notify your bank about your destination so your credit cards don't get flagged or frozen when you are out of the country. Hopefully you have the obvious things taken care of, like plans for your pets to get boarded and somebody to water the flowers. Start getting those things taken care of. The sixth planning tip. Day of arrival. You've already done most of the hard work. You are going to have to get through the airport and through check-in procedures. But once you get checked in, don't forget to make your reservations at Kimonos. Book your excursions if you haven't already done that ahead of time. Take a walk around the resort to get your bearings. and then relax, have fun, and enjoy one of the best spots on earth. Just remember that not everything is going to go as smooth as you would like, but roll with it, enjoy the laid-back lifestyle, and make some memories. For your 7th planning tip, and this is the number 1 planning tip for first-time travelers, join a Facebook group. There are several Beaches Turks and Caicos groups to join on Facebook. Pick a few to join, and the administrators of those groups will get you in pretty quickly. You will find tons of information from people who have been going there for years. If you have a tip for first-time travelers to Beaches Turks and Caicos, leave it in the comments. Give this channel a like and subscribe for more upcoming videos about expert tips while you are at Beaches Turks and Caicos.